Hey guys, Bullion Bites with another milestone, 3 ounces of gold. What you should do to get there, how I got there, we'll go over all those here in just a moment. Right in front of you now there's a 1/10 ounce gold Krugerrand. I think if you are getting into gold or you're trying to transition from silver to gold, you're considering that fractional gold is the way to go. Whether you're getting silver maple leafs, Australian kangaroos, Krugerrands, something like a American Gold Eagle, any kind of fractional that the 1/10 ounce size, I think is a great place to get started. It does mean you're going to be paying more in premium as you're adding each of those fractionals into your stack. However, they are easier to kind of get to with consistency. Every one of them, you're going to be paying a little bit more in premium. However, that premium means you're going to have something more divisible, something a little easier to break up, like this ounce here. That's where I put most of my initial dollars in when I was buying into gold. I was looking at fractionals first. That was the first step. Just like buying silver, same idea of get something that's a little bit more divisible. Not that you really want to try and sell gold in the same way that you would be trying to sell or clear out silver, but it's the same philosophy, the same principles going into use there. Now, when a deal comes up and things are a little too good to be true, or you've got the opportunity, if you've got some cash set aside, going for some bigger items like a 1/2 ounce Gold Eagle or something like some 1/4 ounce gold is definitely a great second step. It's definitely a great secondary size to jump into once you have a good base in the fractional gold. And then just like before, just like with the silver, it's adding a couple at a time, being on a good buying strategy, a good budget, and just making a good use of your dollars in. I would say start with low premium, very recognizable things. Stuff like these Solomon Island 1/4 ounce gold, they're not as easily recognizable. These I got at a crazy good deal. You probably saw them on the last gold video. But opportunities do come up, or at least they have for me in the past. And sometimes you have to make minor shifts. You have to be open to shifts like that in your buying strategy. But don't go overboard at once. It's not a race. You're not competing with anybody else. This is meant to give you peace of mind and the feeling of financial security or protection from kind of the unknowns of the future. That's the main reason people get into silver stacking, into gold stacking, all of those things. Now, sometimes when you get into the kind of low premium items, I'm going to say like most bullion coins, you want to kind of splurge or branch out a little bit. You want to enjoy the stuff that you have. So getting a few things like some gold jewelry, some gold rings. These are, I would say, it's your money. You do what you want with it, but you can get some creative ways to both add wealth to your your stack, and still be able to enjoy it every now and then. This is probably the most recent ring that I've got. It's got a nice kind of smooth band on the side. I really like this one the most out of all of the rings that I have. This is the very first coin ring I got. I think most of these from AG Stacking. Great guy, a lot of jewelry, a lot of good bullion, great seller. You can find him on Instagram. I've probably talked about him more than once on here. I'm going to keep doing that. Edgar's a great guy, got a bunch of great stuff for sale. Sometimes you can get little things like these fractional pendants, 1/4 ounce pendants, even all the way up to 1 ounce pendants that'll fit both Gold Eagles, other fractional size items. But this is my 3 ounce milestone video for you guys. Wanted to show off some of the stuff, kind of talk about some buying points and kind of the transitions you want to make starting with your fractional, kind of moving into your larger denominations, moving up maybe to some 1/2 ounce or some 1 ounce coins when the finances allow, or when the good deals come up. Things like jewelry, I'm going to say regular pure jewelry, like 10 karat, 14 karat, things like that. They're not the best way to get into gold relative to bullion, because they are different, and it's a huge risk, in my opinion, to try and stack that for wealth reasons. It's not the best way to do it, especially if you're paying retail or slightly above scrap prices for that stuff. Now, if you've got the ability to melt it all down, refine it, all that stuff, go for it. But getting things like 10 karat, 14 karat chains or rings, things like that, it's going to be a huge pain. It's going to be a huge mess. I would say, it's not my cup of tea. That's what I would say. I'm not, messing around with that at all. I wouldn't encourage anybody else to do it, but it's your money, it's your life, it's your finances. Do with it what you will. That is really all I had to say for this video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any jokes, anything you want to say, leave it in the comments down below. Had some great engagement on the last video. Love seeing that from you guys. And anyone, I'm going to say final thoughts here, that's saying that gold is too expensive, it's too hard to get into it, it's something I can't really stack, I don't have the money for it. Getting something as simple and as cheap and accessible as a gold back. These run you a couple of bucks. It lets you kind of dip your toes into gold. I would not encourage you to buy these as a stacking strategy, but if you want to be able to say, hey, I own a little bit of gold, or kind of introduce other people that are thinking about stacking to gold, gold backs, especially the one gold backs, are a great, I would say, way of doing that. The artwork on these is absolutely amazing, and for the dollars that go into these versus the enjoyment, I would say a lot of collectors, a lot of stackers get out of these is unmatched. Should you go out and get the 25 or the 50 gold back notes, that's for you to decide. Are the one gold back notes just some really nice artwork? Absolutely. Would I get these again? Absolutely. That is it. That's everything I had for this video, guys. Let me know what you want to see in the next one, and I will see you there.